Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and what I'm doing tonight is something different. I wanted to be alone for this segment, for this part of the Real Whovians cast, because I gotta say, I worked all day in retail today, and I came home and I watched the Doctor Who episode about retail. And I wanted this to come out right off the bat. No hesitation, no time to compose a thought. Had to get this out there. I didn't want any cast members in here right now because I have to say what I have to say, and I have to be blunt, and I have to be honest, and we could do better. This is ridiculous. Okay? This episode, Kerblam, in my opinion, sucked. It is the worst episode of the season. Okay? I just finished seeing it. I want to give my opinion. I really don't know if anybody liked it or not. I have to say my opinion. I'll see what everybody else thinks later on, but my opinion's not going to change. There's so many different things that annoy me about this episode. One thing that annoys me and makes me happy at the same time is I get annoyed that something like Kerblam could penetrate the TARDIS shields and deliver a package. Which, if a retail thing in the galaxy could do that, then the Daleks should be able to find that out, no problem. Then the Doctor would be dead 5 times over every time. So that annoys the crap out of me. Unless, of course, the Doctor lowered the shields, which I don't know she did. But the thing I'm happy about is the Doctor wearing the fez, but that's it. That's all you get from me for this whole entire episode, is a Doctor wearing the fez. That's it. I don't even care about lines or memories from past episodes. I'm above that. This is ridiculous. The Doctor got a distress call, help me. And this is spoilers for the episode. The episode was so choppy, made no sense in so many different places, that Kerblam asked the Doctor for help because someone was trying to destroy them. But yet they're killing people, the robots. And the fact that this guy, to me, it seemed like the person that wrote this was trying to look for a villain. And probably towards the middle of the script, they decided to make this guy Charlie the villain, where they had no intention of him being a villain. And it was totally just a rush job. Make him a villain, give him a cause. Makes no sense, because the Charlie in the beginning of the episode and all throughout the episode is different from the Charlie at the end. It's almost like a split personality, almost like a different thing. It's not believable at all. It looks like the writer just added it in, or somebody finished the writer's work. Like Charlie was never intended to be a villain. And the fact that the one thing that I found shocking, like, oh my God, was the fact that they made bubble wrap a way to explode and kill people. And they actually did it to the girl, which I was really shocked that they blew up the girl, the nice girl, that I thought was going to hook up with Charlie. Like, to me, he knows all the codes, knows everything. He could have stopped her from dying. That's bullcrap. So there's so many plot holes. This is like the definition of plot hole. You would bring everybody to this episode and say, you want to see some plot holes? This is Grand Canyon of plot holes. The villains are Kerblam. The guy is a villain. Everybody's a villain, like Kerblam or the guy. The robots did kill people. The robots are nasty. The guy's nasty for no damn reason other than to try to, he's just a nut job trying to get the workforce to be more than 10%. But see, you know what I think it is? The thing that bothers me is that they have people that have a perception of nut jobs, right? So they try to write an episode about a guy that's a nut job. But then they don't get it right because there's no way the guy's going to be acting that way the whole episode and then different towards the end. So like this is like they try to be like PC, they try to be like real life, they're trying to be like whatever. The guy kills people and he kills tons of people because he wants more people to be in the work. Does that make any damn sense? Does that make any damn sense? That he wants more of his people to work at Kerblam, but to do it, he's going to kill more of his people? Like, has no sense whatsoever. And I understand you're trying to say, well, Nutjob doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense, like, anything. That the guy's cause is not, it's not like he just go and kill people for no reason. The guy just, I don't understand any of this. First of all, you have two managers running the whole entire thing. I mean, it just, all this stuff is just so, like, I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my God. Like, not only do you work, I mean, I work in retail and I hate retail and I've done retail for so long and then went back into retail just to make the money, to do my extra projects. But, like, the fact that I got to watch an episode about a retail is like, I would rather sit on the bowl and be constipated for like a couple hours than to watch this episode. I'm sorry. Like, I would not want to see an episode about retail. I would not want to see anything to do with retail. And I was kind of hoping that they would do something interesting to make me like it, but I don't like it at all. And, it's just, then the thing at the end, Yaz is like crying and she's like, thank you, doctor. And I'm like, what the hell is she crying about? It's like, oh, because you switched whatever and I would have been dead. First of all, the doctor saved your ass like a million times. So did you need to add a couple of lines to just make an emotional moment for no reason? Like, oh, you're welcome, Yaz. Because you're my favorite companion. And yeah, sure, Yaz. We'll go visit the person with the locket and the kid. Sure, yeah. Like this, that's like, and then, first of all, you have bubble wrap. Like, why would you even leave it in the TARDIS? Like, even if it's explosive bubble wrap or not, it's like, okay. I mean, am I the only person that didn't like this episode? I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know what anybody thought, but I mean, really? I just don't get it. I don't. How could you like this? Like, there's no. They're both villains, like the Kerblam and the guy. Like, it's both shitty things. This is like a filler. This is like, I honestly think that the script was unfinished. I honestly think that they had to just change the ending or change something, and they just made this guy the villain. I mean, I would have had the lady be a damn robot, and she just has two different programmings. In the daytime, she's a nice person. At the nighttime, she's just an evil programming. That would have been more believable because she ripped the head off like she was a freaking Terminator herself or something. So it was not believable about the Charlie guy. That doesn't make any. This is, you're so shy you can't hook up with a girl, but you could like kill people and explode people, and you could, like, this is like, oh God, bizarre, you know. Then I mean, Jodie, she was okay, She wasn't like, again, she's not the main thing. She needs to be the main thing. The Doctor needs to be the main thing of Doctor Who. Like, really? Could we get on the same page, maybe? The show is called Doctor Who. Could you just stop listening to people that came before you and you're a showrunner and just go with new stuff? Like, it's not about the companions, it's about the Doctor. Okay? Could we just have the Doctor be the main thing? Please? Obviously, the whole thing with the Doctor being erased from everybody's memory. 1 minute Like nobody knows who the Doctor is. Now Kerblam knows who the Doctor is. So that's out the window when Matt Smith erased everybody's mind. That's, I guess, undone. So the Stens should know the Doctor, but whatever. I'm gonna have to say that I'm gonna give this the lowest rating of the season. I actually would tolerate Rosa episode compared to this. I would actually like to watch the Rosa episode compared to this. Rosa episode, I give a 5. This I give a 3. I will never watch this again. I might have to watch it, as a rewatch for different, to look for different things, whatever. But I will rewatch it under protest, or rewatch it for a reason. But I will not rewatch it to enjoy it because I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. It's in the same category as like Love and Monsters and Sleep No More, and it's that episode. Now, new showrunner, we got that episode to me. There's nothing appealing about it at all. There's nothing that you could take from it. There's nothing memorable about it. It's a waste of an episode. Again, you had an opportunity. You had an opportunity when they were going through the medical scanners. You could have said, "Oh, Graham has cancer." Oh, they could have like some type of line, and then you never, you didn't know about it, or the doctor's sick, and oh, they saw something like high blood pressure, whatever the hell it was for the doctor, or something. Or was that to actually happen? Did it actually? I don't know, but something with the doctor too, where they said something was wrong with it. The other episode, they could have said something now. Missed opportunity there. Jodie was okay again. She wasn't at the forefront. She was, and the sonic screwdriver was not working, which, maybe you need to have the TARDIS build the sonic screwdriver because your sonic screwdriver is not working. I'm getting tired with the sonic screwdriver not working. That's another thing. I mean, can we fix the problem instead of having that all over and over and over again? What's the villain? The robot? Because that's not even a villain. There's no villain again. The guy's the villain, right? Again, I mean, you're gonna have the Kerblam robots as the access files for Yaz, I guess. I don't know. I'm inviting people now because I want to see what everybody else's opinion is, but I think I only know one person's opinion. I think I saw a second on Facebook. I think for the life. I think I'm gonna get him in here. But what's your thoughts? This is a live stream. I get to see what you guys are saying. Let me look it up. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I'm annoyed. I mean, first thing I do when I came home, besides eating, was I was eating and watching this, and a damn waste of time. It's like I, could have been watching anything else. But of course, Doctor is my favorite, but my favorite with the shittiest episode of the season. So, yeah. Got like 3 episodes left. I mean, could we get our damn act together and get a proper writer's room and just let them write? Get actual sci-fi writers, maybe? Could you get like somebody that knows what Doctor Who is? Is that so hard to get somebody qualified, somebody with experience, somebody that wrote for Doctor Who before? God. It's like they want to do this unique thing with writers that have never been writing sci-fi before or never been writing Doctor Who before, whatever. I got to tell you, so far, only one person I would ask back, and the person that did the Demons of Punjab. But other than that, everybody's gone. I would not. I'd be blunt. No, I wouldn't give anybody a chance. No, thank you, but no thank you. Goodbye. Don't do Doctor Who Series 12. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I mean, and in the rumor you want to cut it further. You got crap tonight. You've been getting crap. It's like, and then you want to give us less Doctor Who So there's a chance that we'll have more crap. Because basically you sound like you want to get it canceled. Because obviously less is not more in this case. Because we've been getting less with Doctor Who. And we haven't been getting more. And you're going to cancel the show if you keep cutting it. This is not unique. This is not different. This is not groundbreaking. This is not shattering ceiling. This is not like this is boring as F tonight. You gotta spend the money, and you have to have the Daleks and the Cybermen, and Jesus, bring the damn villains back. Please, this is getting effing annoying now. You sat there for what, 50 minutes, an hour? And this is what you got? This? The Yaz's friggin' case files is more exciting than the damn episode half the times. Get that? I mean, you know what? I did once, before there was an episode written, before there was anything, I had said that I would requested to have multiple companions. Before they chose companions, before even like Doctor was chosen, I want multiple companions. I said this. And I got my wish. We got multiple companions. But the problem is, these multiple companions are as boring as F. They're not appealing. They're not realistic companions. They're not down-to-earth companions. They're not like real-life companions. If you get stuck in the desert planet with no hope to return, you don't act like you're ready to sing High Hopes or something, or Zippity-Doo-Dah. Oh, we don't even know who you are. We met you when we hung out with you. You saved our life and stuff. But we trust you completely. No problem. Let's get home. Like, no, you don't act like that. Everybody needs a perfect companions and with emotional stability. And the guy lost his nan and he's hanging out with this lady that, like really? Come on, man. This is not realistic. This is not even you want to be PC, politically correct. That's not even politically correct. It's Chibnall correct, whatever that is. You're losing me. You're losing people. And I got to tell you, this is not Doctor Who. It's not. I'm sorry. I want Jodie to stay, but I want Chibnall to go. It's boring. If his younger self could watch these episodes and talk to himself, he would say it sucked. This sucks. It's boring. How could you expect someone to come home from work and look forward to this? A retail episode. Who pitched that? I want to know. I want some magazine. I want somebody to. I just want to talk to the person. Was it this writer? Was it Chibnall? Maybe I'll have to talk to I want to talk to the writer. The person that decided to make an episode about retail. I want to talk to that person. Is it that the person that wrote about retail has never been in retail and they're so exciting when they went into a retail store? Like, oh my God, this is so cool. Let me write about retail. God, these people are not sci. This is ridiculous. Do you have like Martha Stewart write an episode of Walking Dead? No, you do not. Right? Right? No, you don't. I mean, I don't get it. Like, what is this new age stuff? Oh yeah, I get diversity, but now you get really diversity. Well, people never even wrote sci-fi before they want to write sci-fi. I know you got to give people a chance, but Jesus Christ, this is the longest running science fiction show in history. All right? We've had problems with ratings. We don't need to be given chances like that. It's ridiculous. The episode's not good. It wasn't good. How many episodes were good this season? Think about it. Were there a lot? Not really. Is there anything that standed out? The only thing is that annoying fans about the retconning with the, I was a sister, I was a nun, I was this, I was that. What are you talking about? Some people who were on board the Jodie Express and before I was, and just, all for 100%, they're not with the show. No, they don't like it. People that push for this whole thing, they're not watching it. People are not watching it. All these people that were complaining and fighting with people on Twitter, a lot of them, they're not watching it. They're not even even if they DVR'd it, they're not watching it. Where are they? Where's that fan base? Where are they? Nobody's watching it. This rating is going to be in the toilet. I bet. I bet you it's going to be lower. Has to be. Somebody's playing a weird, dangerous game with, like they're making this perception filter that Doctor Who is doing better than it's ever done. I doubt it. It's just you've been doing a different type of measurement now than you did in the past. That it looks like it's higher by your measurement standards, but it's not accurate. So there's no way. I can't imagine somebody. I mean, I want to talk to the people that like the episode because I want them to, educate me about how they couldn't wait to get home and talk to people about how great this retail episode was. I don't understand it. Don't like it. Who's around? Is anybody around? Did anybody see this episode today? I know, of course you did, but there's nobody on the live stream. Okay. Nobody commenting. Okay. And you know what? Most of the time, it was good that I actually did this without anybody because I got to say my piece, and I didn't have to talk over anybody, and not that I mean to. And, half the times I have a problem with, I'm so passionate about stuff and I keep rambling and poor people can't get their voices heard sometimes. And I do apologize for that. So I figured this would be the best opportunity. Maybe if you guys want me to do this from now on, me just rant and talk and then add people on later on, maybe that's a good idea. Because then I get to get everything I want to say, and then we get to hear what they have to say. That might be, what, I think I like that, actually. Because I don't like, I do have a habit sometimes of, I'm so passionate about the show to talk over people, I don't mean to. So, anybody out there, the real Whovians, did you see it? Anyone? Is there anybody out there? Probably not. Maybe we'll just have some drop-ins. I don't know. What about you, Steven? Did you see it? Probably didn't see it. Let's see. Mongo, did you see it? Hope you did. Let's see. Shout out to Mongo. Shout out to Billy. Did you see Billy? Let's see. Scott is in retail at the moment. Kerblam! Jesus. I didn't think I was gonna hate this episode. I thought it was not gonna be my favorite, but I didn't think it was gonna just So get a familiar face in here. Get some people talking. Let's see. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Did you like the episode? Did you hate the episode? Do you think Doctor Who's going in the right direction or the wrong direction? Does it feel like Doctor Who to you? What does it feel like to you? Do you have any questions? Anything? Leave comments below. And also try, like, when you're leaving a comment, just know that we do like 10, 15 casts sometimes in the span of 2 days or 3. So just kind of refresh my memory of what you're writing about too. So that'll be much easier. Okay. All right, so want some pop-ins. That's what I need now. So I'm gonna call it pop-ins. Who's gonna pop in, talk, and then pop out? That's another thing we can start doing too. Or drive-bys. I like that phrase too. Come on, guys, wake up. Leave some comments, man. Talk to me, man. I'm here. Talk to me in the live stream. Let's go. Anyone want to ask anything? No. Good night, Steam Price. Okay. Let's see. See anybody's out there already. Maybe they're watching it the second time, third time. Maybe they loved it. Did they love it? Let's try to get one person in here at least before I close this out, because it'd be nice to be an actual cast with somebody else in here instead of my little rants. God. Oh yeah, let's talk about the trailer for next week. I didn't even see the Doctor of the Companions in the trailer. That was weird. I mean, it looked cool, but it could be anything. Could have been any show, really. Didn't have to be Doctor Who. I mean, I don't know. 3 episodes left, man. It's almost over. Then we got special. You know what I'm worried about? I don't want them to piss off people so much that people are actually glad that Doctor Who is not going to be back on for 10 months. And that's what I'm worried about, because, you know, that's the last thing you want to do is piss off the fan base. And we're having issues, as I talked about, with the merchandising, like the T-shirts and the stuff. It's just, you know, not doing well sales-wise. Yes, I love this episode, and I love two-parter, and I love the mug that I made. And last night, I was making a new one, designing it, setting it up. I sent it to a few people. You'll see that in a couple weeks. I was actually designing 2 mugs. So people are probably wondering, my God, Matrix Lord, is it going to be Series 11 on a mug? I'm not even going to say. Because, I mean, does it deserve to be on a mug yet? Not really. Maybe the potato. No, I have to Monster, that's for sure. Not these, you know, Beast Below robots that dollar store robots, no. Geez, we gave an 8. I gave an 8 for the first, Jodie Whittaker's first. You know, which could go up and down. Like, could have been 8.5, 8.5 between. Ghost Monument really broke me, because I thought that was just freaking terrible. But it was passing. It was 6.5, you know. Then it's like Rosa was just big disappointment. You know, and I had a bad feeling wasn't going to like him anyway. That was the worst episode at the time of the season. It was 5. Failing mark. It wasn't like super low mark. It wasn't like a 1 or 2 or 3. It was 5. What do we have? Episode 4 was Arachnids in the UK, which I really enjoyed. First watch. Gave it a high mark, 9.5. Wow. You know, there's a lot of factors that, you know, why I gave it that high mark. But then when I saw it a second time, I kind of, you know, I think I was probably so overjoyed that I got what I wanted in some cases, you know. So I lowered that rating. That got lowered down to an 8. And then Snundrum and Conundrum. I mean, that wasn't like. Oh no, I keep forgetting the Remnants episode. I mean, Snundrum, Conundrum. Sinundra. I'm gonna get it right one day. The Sinundra Conundrum. Which, what did I even read them? It's passing, I believe. I did like Demons of Punjab. That was like my favorite episode of the season. But this episode is the worst episode of this season. Goodbye. What is it? You know, I'm starting to think, which I used to think I was never good enough in Doctor Who, but I'm starting to think that I might be freaking great for Doctor Who, which is a total 180. Because when I'm seeing these shit episodes, I'm like, wow, I could do I definitely could do better, even if I'm not experienced. And I'm starting to get a little ballsy, like, hey, maybe I should really try, like really, really try to write an episode of Doctor Who, because, when I get pissed off that much and I don't like an episode, I'm like, oh my God. I'm not having an ego or anything, but I'm like, that's good though. Sometimes when you get a little, think you can actually do it. Be interesting. What my episode would be. Well, I already know what episode I would do. I said it over and over and over again. And, I did want to do it when Capaldi was there, which that would have been for Peter Capaldi's era. But what would I do with Jodie Whittaker's era? Well, I've said what I would want to do. Like throw the kitchen sink at her and her deal with, her past, with the villains, and how they see her as a female. How the, Time Lords see her, different things, how people react to her. Then now she's not a man, she's a woman. Like, it'll be interesting. It's a cool, different thing they could do. And how she, I really want to get to what's in the 13th Doctor's head. Who is the 13th Doctor? Like, really stuff type of episode coming out where, like, you get to see what's really important to her, what's really, how different she is than the other Doctors, So, all right, I'm going to end this because you just got to hear me talk this time. And then later we'll get everybody else. You know what? I hope you enjoyed this style. Although I did hope that we would get somebody else in here. But again, as I told you before, it's hard because, Sunday nights, the Sunday, it's like people working and, everybody's working, everybody's trying to get home. Then they're watching Walking Dead, which at this point in time, Walking Dead is people not starting to watch that. And I think the ratings are changing with that too. And then Supergirl also is on, I think, now. So, not going to get anybody else on here, obviously. That was not my original intention. My original intention was I wanted to talk and then have people come in, but I don't think a lot of people have seen it, except the UK people. Of course, they've seen it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Notifications on. Leave comments below. Please interact with the Whovians Cast Interactive, and I'll try to interact with it as well and update it. New people that want to appear on the show know that I'm aware, but even though I'm aware, drop me a message anyway, like a reminder, and we'll try to get you in probably this week. It's going to be a little rough with Thanksgiving. But as far as Whovians Cast goes, we're going to be covering all the episodes of Series 11. We're going to be covering the special. And we are going to be covering the classic series again. Before I go, I just wanted to say that I do not want Doctor Who to go quietly in the night. I've said before how I've been upset with the season and that the Whovians Cast may end if whatever. I don't think that I would give up so easily on trying to keep Doctor Who alive. I think I would constantly do stuff to keep the Whovians Cast out there as much as I could possibly can, because I do overall love the show, even though I'm not liking what's going on now. It doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. Doctor Who is all about change. Doctor Who is all about reinventing itself, and new Doctor, new showrunner, new writers. It doesn't even have to be a new Doctor. So I do feel if I don't like something now, that may not stay that way. Or of course it could get worse, but I am hopeful for the future that eventually they'll get it right. I do want Jodie Whittaker to stay, and I do want to see her in a different light by different writers. That's what I really want to do. Chibnall has written for Doctor Who in the past, but I'm kind of feeling like he's overwhelmed right now, and that he just can't. Some people are writers, and some people are showrunners and writers, and he's not a showrunner. He's a writer that needs to be under someone else. With Moffat, I would rather him be under someone else, but yes, he could do it here and there as a showrunner. But we need to, this launch was not what it was supposed to be. And I think a lot of people are feeling from different aspects. From some of them enjoying the season, but not as much as they should be enjoying the season. Other people are, not happy that they're not catering to all fans, boys and girls, men and women, just women. And that's not good because the women are not buying it, which is saying a lot. So, because if they were, then you'd be seeing how great the merchandise is doing and how much it's selling, and it's not. So, plus they really think they need to make some good merchandise, which are not really. You see, Chibnall, if he's going to be a showrunner, he's got to be open to creating content and merchandise for his product, his show. And him being so stingy and not allowing them to see anything, not allowing anything to be leaked, he's making it impossible to market the show or create something with a buzz that people like, because people are getting disgusted that they can't even do a cast and show a damn picture promoting Doctor Who. They lose their crap if you show a sonic screwdriver, if you show it before it's time, or TARDIS console before it's time, but then you don't even really show the Doctor's TARDIS that much, which it should be shown. So many different things going on. I think ultimately, if Chibnall stays on, he needs to learn to basically relax himself when it comes to. He has to understand that people have jobs promoting Doctor Who, like these websites. People devote their life to Doctor Who, and he should embrace their help in making Doctor Who what it is. And he doesn't. And he needs to do nice things for the fans. I'm not saying he needs to do everything for the fans, but he really, really needs to see them on a level as equals rather than him feeling himself as superior and they're just annoying what they're saying. Like, they may have some things that could penetrate when he's like changes tune. I mean, like, you have a writer's room. You need to have a writer's room. You need, and you shouldn't make it like it's a club that only certain people could attend. The writer's room should be open to all past Doctor Who writers, even if they're not going to write. It should be a respect thing. That hey, Russell T Davis and Stephen Moffat and Toby Whitehouse, and all these guys, Mark Gatiss, everybody, we want to welcome you to the writers, and we want you to see what we'll come up with. We trust you, and we love you for doing everything for Doctor Who, and just we want to see what you think, And if you just embrace Doctor Who, like the people that make it great, and just instead of it making like a close knit thing, and then when people want to pitch something, you're like, no, you write this. A writer's room, let your writers write. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to think as a showrunner you got to nitpick and make every damn episode the way you want it to go. How about a proven episode that you just find so crazy, but like daring, and you're like, wow, and you know what? That's not on my cards and that's in the plans, but that's fantastic. I'm not even going to touch that. You go with it. We don't get that. We get little, and putting his name on it. He's this altering this. It's we heard, things about the writers' room collapsing and it's already done. And we seen everybody smile for the pictures, but what are they smiling now? Did they really have a good time on set writing? Did Chibnall piss them off? Like, what really happened? And honesty is the best policy. I mean, if they really had a good time writing the scripts and they want to come back, but if people are afraid to say that they don't have a good time because they don't want to get blackballed, that's bad too. But I think, they should let Neil Gaiman write an episode. I think they should let Peter Capaldi write an episode. That would be nice, right? That would be interesting. Or even Moffat or C. Davis. I mean, what would it be? I mean, you're writing a book. What's the difference? You wrote your book. You target books, so write an episode of Doctor Who. There's no pressure. You're not in charge. Do it fun. You want to bring the Sea Devil back? Bring him back. no pressure. You don't have to deal with any press. You don't have to deal with anybody. You're not the showrunner anymore. So I think people need to have fun with it. And I think Doctor Who not really fun now to work there. Should be. The writers, they should just go in there so many ideas. Go into that table, and then what if they said something that was so monumental that had Chibnall in awe, where they need to do that person's thing as a whole season arc? Can you imagine? But we never get that. We never hear, even when Moffat was, oh my God, Mark Gatiss had this whole thing for the whole season, and I just had to go with it because he was amazing. No, it's always about Moffat did this, Moffat did that, Moffat did this, Moffat did that. Mark Gatiss wanted to have Ice Warriors for freaking 5 years, and Moffat's like, no. It's like, come on. I want Doctor Who to continue. I want Doctor Who to do great. I want it to be fantastic. I want it to be freaking brilliant. I want it to be amazing. But it's not going to be amazing if it's a one-sided thing. It has to be that Chibnall opens his heart to these people, lets them do what they want to do. We were talking about the cast the other night, and we're like, why the hell did Peter Jackson not be able to do an episode of Doctor Who? What was the big effing deal? And it's all about egos, probably. But you know what, Chips? Oh, Peter Jackson. Is that over? You lost your opportunity? I doubt it. Why don't you make a damn phone call? Say, hey, Peter Jackson, you want to do an episode still? Please, we'll give you $1. In fact, why don't you just not give him $1? Why don't you give him like $2, okay? Why don't you do that? Because the guy asked for $1 as payment, and you couldn't even do that. A lot of things on my mind. I like things in my life to make sense, and I like, with Doctor Who, the way they're planning things to make sense, and it doesn't make sense. And I have a problem with things. I have a problem with, you don't want to do a Christmas special, but, you want to have a special, but why? Because Doctor Who's not ready? It's, why couldn't you make the special an Easter special? Or why you just, first of all, the only time they've ever had a New Year's special is not because they had a New Year's special. It was a second part of a first part. The first part was in Christmas. The second part was New Year's. That is the only reason. Not that they ever intended to have a New Year's special. So when I hear people, listen to me, and I know they don't mean to annoy, but when I hear people say, well, we had a New Year's special before, that's not the context. The context is we've had a Christmas New Year's two-parter, not standalone New Year's special. We've never had a single special by itself New Year's. And I'm not going to have anybody retcon it now. End of Time Part 1 on Christmas, End of Time Part 2 New Year's. And that is the way it was. Never had a New Year's special by itself. But we do now. But is this going to be a New Year's special? Is it really going to be a New Year's special? Or is this going to be special? You don't have to do like the 8th Doctor had to do a New Year's. Remember that? But that wasn't a special. That was a pilot. They're trying to do a series. But I'm rambling. I know. I'm rambling. Anything else? Do you guys have anything for me? Bring back the classic series writers for some episodes. Absolutely, Alexander. Absolutely. 100% agree with you. Bring people back that wrote the classic series. Bring people back that wrote the new Who. God, bring the person back that wrote Impossible Astronaut, not Impossible Astronaut, Impossible Planet Satan Pit. Jesus. It was great. I don't know. All right, guys, that's it. Take care. Bye for now.